Good afternoon, folks. This is Marc with Marcs Mobility. We have here probably the most expensive chair in the world. This is the famous Permobile F5 standing power chair. This power chair has 7 electrical functions on this power chair. Good afternoon, folks. This is Marc with Marcs Mobility. We have here one of the most expensive power chair in the world. This is the Permobile F5 standing power chair made in Sweden. Highest quality electronics, highest quality you can get. F5 standing. This chair has 7 electrical functions. It has the standing feature, of course. It has the seat lift of 14 inches. It has the electric tilt. It has the electric recline. It has the forward tilt. It has the legs that go out. It has the legs that come up and down. 7 electrical functions on this chair, folks. It is loaded with other goodies. But let's just start with the standing, because if you're looking at this video, it's because you want a standing chair. So the first function we're going to show is the standing portion. If you're going to stand this chair, the first thing you got to do is put the knee brace on, because you don't need the knee brace if you're just going to drive around. But you put these on right here. There's 2 of them, one on each side. Okay, put them on, and the next thing you do have to have a chest guard, unless you want to use this part right here. You can use this, or you can use this chest guard. As I said, it has everything, folks. So now you're ready to be standing. Then you go to your buttons right here. The first button, if I pull it back, is the standing position. So you'll see the seat starting to go up. And you can see how it's working its way to standing position. The nice thing about this chair, even though it's standing, look at the wheels going down in front for more support. Once it goes down, once it goes up like this, you can still drive the chair, folks. And here we are in a standing position almost. This has a lot of medical benefit for bone density, for side digestion. I can name you 15 things this thing is good for. So you can see the chair, and now you can also see how it dries with the seat elevated. So you can see the front of it right there. These are, I guess, just like tennis shoes or golf shoes. They're adjustable for the pressure right here, these turns right here. You can see the back of the chair. So you can see this chair weighs about 450 pounds, 450 pounds. Let's look at the base while we have the seat up in the air. As you can see, it's a front wheel drive. These wheels are going to be up in the air once we bring the seat down. So the only wheels on the ground in front will be the drive wheel, which is a 14-inch wheel, solid, will not mark your floor. You have a large 8-inch wheel back here, solid also. You have a suspension. You can see one big shock right here. You can see another one here. There's 2 here. There's 2 on the other side. There's 4 of these shocks, and they're adjustable right here. There's an adjustment in the back of the shock if you want the suspension tight or looser on the chair. But with this suspension and the weight of the chair, you're going to have such a smooth ride, okay? Just because it's a heavy chair like the old days when we had the Lincoln Town Car, the big old cars, it's going to be pretty much the same scenario. So that's the color is carbon fiber, patriotic color, very nice color. Let's bring the seat back down. So this is the main feature, is the standing feature. I have several of my clients. One client in Baldwin, because he was going to a wedding. He wanted to be able to stand up at the wedding. We have people who use them to get up in the cabinets real high in their home. We have people who use them just for medical purpose. Standing gives them really good, makes them feel good, and it's good for their digestion and all that kind of good stuff. So you see the wheels came back off the front, and we're going to bring the seat down to the bottom. Now when the seat is down, it's about 22 inches, the height of the seat right here, okay? So now, if you're not going to be using the standing position, well, you don't need this, and you don't need this, okay? And you don't need this. So now you're back to a regular power chair. The next thing I'm going to show you is the seat lift. Now this chair is one of the few chairs in the United States where the seat goes up to 14 inches. So let's do the seat lift and see what happens. Now remember, you're going to start at 22, 23, add 14 inches. You will be 36, 37 inches high. And you'll still be able to drive the chair when the seat is elevated. So you can see the chair now is all the way up, almost. And I'm going to bring the seat flat so you can see it, flat surface. And you can see how it still dries with the seat elevated. So you can see that right here. So if you have it in your house, there you go. So now, the next thing I'm going to show you, I'm going to bring the seat down a little bit. I'm going to bring the seat down this way. Remember I said it has a forward tilt also? So let's just say you have trouble getting out of your chair. You buy this chair and you want to get out of it and you're able to get out. Forward tilt is the bottom. It'll tilt forward, watch. See it? So now you're pretty much being pushed out of your chair, okay? It's very easy to get out. Well, if you have a loved one, you need to get out. It's also a good position to have it on. All right, we're gonna bring the forward tilt back down. We're gonna put the foot plates back down. We're gonna bring the seat down. The next thing we're going to do is called the electric tilt. The electric tilt is when the bottom goes back. Okay, let me bring the seat all the way down. So we'll see. All right, this is called electric tilt. Tilt is when the base goes back. So of course the legs and the back, they're all connected. They're all going to go together. This has a lot of medical benefit if you need to relieve pressure off your bottom, pressure off your back. You need circulation in your legs. Now let's do the feet, okay, this way. Now this chair is fully adjustable, so right now it's set up for a person maybe 180, maybe my size, that's the way it's set up right now. But it doesn't matter if you're 270 or you're 100 pounds, we can adjust these seats to fit your body contour. So you see how you can get your legs definitely way up in the air? Another thing about this chair, you can make these feet go up and down. You see there's a motor right here? So, but that you got to go through here. So if we go through here, all right, so we got the legs up in the air. So you also can work the legs up and down like I showed you. Let me show you real quick. So you see how they're moving right now? They're going out. But you got to go through the joist. I'm going to bring them back down a little bit, okay? Whoop, I moved the joystick. All right, so I'm going to bring him back down a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to bring the seat back down now. All right, I got to think what I'm doing here. Go back to here. Put the seat back down flat. There's a lot of buttons here. You got to look at the picture. They're all pictured, so it shouldn't be hard, but you know, I'm getting old. There we go. So now the next thing we're going to do is do the recline. Find the picture for the recline. And the recline is when the back goes back by itself. You notice how nothing else is moving but just the back. This is called electric recline. Earlier we did the tilt. This is the recline. We've done the seat lift, we've done the forward tilt, we've done the legs. Now we're doing the last one, which is the electric recline. And we're going to see how far that's going to go. It's a full recline, folks. Look at that. There you go. Full recline. So we're going to bring that recline back up. And we're going to bring the legs back down. I'm doing two buttons at once. You can do the same thing through the joystick without using these fingers here. These are race buttons on here, which is nice. They're easier to use. As I said, this chair, there's nothing missing on this chair, folks. We're going to bring the legs a little more in. I'm going to bring the legs all the way in to show you what it looks like if you're going to turn in a circle in your house. So if you bring the legs all the way in, this would be inside your house. Whoop, I got to put it back in drive, of course. Now we're back in drive. This is what it would look like inside your house. So you see how quiet that is? You can't hear nothing. I can hear a little because I'm standing right on top of it, but you're not going to hear anything on the video. So quiet. Too quiet, actually. I have people say, I need a horn. All right, so we're going to bring the legs back out, because when you go outside, you have to folks, you have to have the legs out to get full speed out of the chair. It will not go full speed if the legs are in, okay? So let's look at the seat on this chair. The seat is 16 by 18, but as I said, it doesn't really matter because we can change the cushion, make the chair larger. It's a nice foamy cushion. The arms are full of gel. These are real expensive. $300-400 gel arms right here, all the way across, 16-inch gel arms. You've got your chest guard if you don't want to use the other one. There is a safety belt. In the back right here, there's a headrest, one of those really expensive headrests. This headrest, folks, is several $100s. As I said, they didn't spare no money on this chair. These wings can be moved closed, so you can have right against your ears if you want to. There's a zipper back here. There you go, maybe too much information, but there's an adjustment right there. There's a little chrome thing. You can adjust the wings, so if you have someone who needs to have their head steady, this will adjust, okay? You also have bag hooks here, so if you want to get one of our Permobil bag, we have a lot of them. They're hard bags. You can put your charger if you go on the road, your charger, your manuals. You can actually put a few bottles of drink in there and some snacks. They're hard casing. It already has the hook for it right here, okay? The next thing I'm going to show you also with this chair, we have headlights. These are factory headlights. As I said, there's nothing cheap about this chair. You also have hazards, left flasher, right flasher. So it's fully loaded, folks, with the headlights from the factory. One more thing I want to show you, I forgot to mention earlier. There's the motor for each wheel. The motor is right behind here, okay? And the motor goes directly to the wheel. There's no chain, no belt on these chairs. That's why they're so quiet. If I want to push this chair, well, it weighs 450 pounds. It's in gear. Turn the power off if you had to push it. Right here's your lever. Let me put this little strap over here so we can see that. Right here's your lever for your neutral. This is at the end of the motor. Push it down and watch. Now you're in neutral. You have to do both motors, and then you'll be able to push it around wherever you want to put it. And then you put it back in gear when you're done, okay? Let's turn the power back on. Okay, now we're back in gear. When you charge the batteries in this chair, you'll take your charger. This might not be the charger. We'll use this one for example. You plug it right here. You probably already know this. And as soon as the light goes to green, from orange to green, the batteries are full, the charger will stop charging. So let's do a quick recap of what we have here. How many miles does this one have again? 8 miles. So this chair has 8 miles, so it was used a week. So folks, this chair is practically brand new. It's the Permobil F5 VS vertical standing power chair, 7 electrical function. It has the standing position. It has the 14-inch seat lift. It has the electric tilt, the electric recline, the electric feet, the forward tilt, the feet that go up and down. That's 7 electrical function. The gel arm, the chest guard, the knee guards, the other chest guard, the custom headrest, the bag hook, the headlights, the tail lights. It has also a swing away joystick, so if you want to get close to a dining table. If you're left-handed, we can put the joystick on the left side. And this chair also has the high-speed motors, 7.5 miles an hour these motors can go. So we do have the high-speed motors on this chair, so it's one of a kind. So if you're looking for something in new condition, there you go. .4 miles an hour, folks. Wow. And when you stop, if I stop, you see how it stops automatically? It has built-in brakes on the motors, okay? This is a fantastic looking chair, folks. It should have no problem in the grass. Front wheel drive chairs are really good in the grass, or really good in the yard, as long as your yard is not a potato field. So there we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise the seat lift here. Oh, wrong button. So there goes the seat lift right now. If you're going to use the seat lift, do yourself a favor, real nice flat surfaces. These are real expensive chair. We want to keep them going for a long time. You would be surprised. I think we're almost to the top. This is 14 inches. So right now, if you're walking with someone and someone's walking with you, you're going to be eye level with them. And let's see how fast it goes with the seat elevated. 3.1 miles an hour. So that's a lot faster than walking. So remember, this chair is practically brand new. It was used for a week. 7 electrical function, gel arms, all the functions in the world, headlights, tail lights. Fantastic chair, folks. Top of the line, most expensive chair in the world. Hi, I'm Marc.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marcs Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.